A donkey talking about getting rich? Yeah, I know how it sounds. But listen, buddy, I've seen more humans go broke chasing financial freedom than I've seen carrots in my lifetime. You people work like beasts, earn your paycheck, and then, poof, it disappears faster than dust in the wind. You call it treating yourself. I call it feeding your inner fool. The truth is, wealth isn't built in the moment you earn money. It's built in the moments you decide not to waste it. I wasn't born rich. I was born with hooves, not hands. But I learned to count faster than most folks with 10 fingers. While others were chasing shiny things, I was counting small victories. One coin, one choice, one day at a time. That's when I discovered what I call the donkey rule. Move slow, think smart, and never let your hunger make your decisions. You see, discipline is heavier than gold, but it buys more peace than luxury ever will. Every step under the sun feels long, but it's the only way to reach shade that lasts. Most humans want shortcuts. I walk the path. Step by step, I build what others only dream about. So before we go deeper, let me ask, are you here to laugh or are you here to learn? Stick around, because by the end of this story, you'll know why even a donkey can end up richer than most people. And hey, if you've ever spent money to feel better, drop a comment. Don't leave me braying alone out here. You ever notice how people talk about saving money like it's climbing a mountain? But they never take the first step. Everyone wants to be rich, but no one wants to start with a single dollar. They say it's too little to matter. That's the biggest lie humans tell themselves. The first coin is not about value, it's about proof. Proof that you can hold back your impulse for just one moment. When I saved my first coin, I didn't even know what I'd do with it, but I knew what I wouldn't do. Spend it. That small act changed everything. It built a habit. And habits, my friend, build wealth. You don't get rich by luck or timing, you get rich by direction. Each small decision becomes a brick in your stable. Miss one, and your walls start to wobble. Humans chase big wins. They buy courses, gamble on stocks, and call it strategy. I call it donkey behavior. And that's coming from me. Because real power hides in patience. You don't see the seed grow, but one day there's shade where once there was nothing. So next time you think, it's just a few dollars, remember? Every fortune starts as a coin someone didn't spend. Keep that coin, protect it. It's not small. It's the start of your empire. And if you've ever broken your own promise to save, comment, never again. Let's rebuild that stable together. Money doesn't make people rich. Mindset does. I've seen humans win the lottery and end up broke faster than I finish a carrot. Why? Because their pockets were full, but their minds were empty. You can't out-earn bad habits. You can only replace them with better ones. The stable, my friend, isn't just where I sleep. It's how I think. Every morning I start with one rule: control what I can, ignore what I can't. Inflation, politics, markets, those are storms. But storms only scare those who built their house on sand. My stable, brick by brick, each one, a decision made with patience. When everyone runs to buy the newest toy, I pause. When they panic sell, I wait. When they laugh, I calculate. You humans love excitement, but money grows in boredom, in silence, in repetition. I call it the stable zone, where consistency turns into compounding. That's the secret the rich don't tell you. Wealth isn't a miracle. It's math mixed with discipline. So before you blame the system or your salary, look at your habits. Are you building a stable or just decorating a cage? Think about it. Because one holds value, the other holds you. If that hits you somewhere deep, don't scroll past. Hit subscribe. There's more wisdom coming from this donkey. You know, what ruins most humans? Comfort. You earn a little extra, and suddenly you need a bigger house, a fancier phone, a car that shines brighter than your future. It's the hay trap, the illusion that more stuff means more success. But here's the truth. If your lifestyle grows faster than your income, you're not winning. You're sinking with a smile. I've seen this before. A donkey gets a fresh pile of hay and eats it all in one sitting. Feels great for a while, until there's nothing left the next morning. That's exactly how humans treat money. You consume it the moment it arrives, then blame the world when you're hungry again. The real game is not how much you make, it's how long you can keep it. I learned to chew slowly, to save first, spend later, and never mistake appetite for need. The rich donkey isn't rich because he eats more. He's rich because he knows when to stop. So before you upgrade your life, ask yourself, am I buying freedom or feeding vanity? Because one grows your future, and the other just fattens your ego. Next time you feel that "I deserve it" whisper in your ear, remember, that's not confidence talking. That's your inner fool dressed in designer hay. Every human I meet wants results fast. How do I double my money? They ask, as if wealth were a magic trick. But here's the hard truth. Patience is the interest the rich collect before the cash even arrives. The problem is, you mistake speed for progress. You rush, you stumble, and then you call it bad luck. No, pal. It's bad timing. When I plant a seed, I don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. I water it, wait, and trust the process. That's compounding, the quiet miracle that rewards those who shut up and stay consistent. But humans, you chase trends, jump ship, and panic at the first drop in value. That's why most never build anything lasting. Patience isn't about waiting. It's about enduring without losing focus. It's the difference between gambling and investing, between noise and strategy. You think doing nothing is lazy. I call it discipline in disguise. I once waited 3 long years before my small savings turned into something real. Each day, it felt like nothing changed, until one day, everything did. So when you feel like quitting, remember, every moment you stay consistent, your money's working harder than you are. Stick around, because next, I'll tell you the one rule that separates a saver from a builder. Saving money is good, but building wealth is different. Most humans stop at saving. They hoard their coins like trophies, scared to let them move. But money that never works stays lazy, and lazy money dies slowly. The builder's rule is simple. Every dollar you save must one day have a job. Not tomorrow, not in a rush, but when you've built the stable strong enough to risk the gate. I didn't get richer by saving hay. I got richer by planting it. Each coin I earned became a worker, out there in the field, bringing back more. While others feared losing, I feared standing still. Because standing still in the world of money is the same as moving backward. You humans love to say, I'll invest when I have more. But that's like saying, I'll start walking once I arrive. You begin with small steps, learning as you go. The goal isn't to be fearless, it's to be smart enough to start anyway. So don't let your money sleep. Wake it up, train it, and make it run laps around your bad habits. That's how builders think. And if you've ever kept your savings locked away out of fear, comment, I'm ready to build. Let's see who's brave enough to join the herd that grows, instead of waits. Let me tell you something humans hate hearing. Your pride is expensive. You'll go broke trying to look rich. I've seen people drive cars they can't afford, wear brands they don't understand, and dine like kings while their wallets scream for mercy. All for what? To impress folks who aren't even paying attention. Pride, my friend, is the fastest road to poverty. You think money problems come from lack of income? Wrong. They come from excess ego. You buy to feel valuable, not because you need it. You chase admiration instead of freedom. The rich donkey learned this the hard way. Once I bragged about how smart I was with my savings, only to lose half of it showing off. Lesson learned. The moment you try to prove your worth, you start spending it. Real wealth doesn't need an audience. It speaks quietly in peace of mind, not noise. You'll never see true builders shouting about their gains. They're too busy compounding them. So next time you feel tempted to show off, stop and ask, am I growing or performing? One fills your stable, the other burns it down. If that hit close to home, hit subscribe. Because what comes next will teach you how to protect what pride almost destroyed. Once you start building, the hardest part isn't making money. It's keeping it. Humans think the rich don't worry. But trust me, they guard their fortunes like a donkey guards his last carrot, because every dollar you earn becomes a target. Temptations, bad advice, fake friends, they all line up at your gate. That's why you need a fence, not just a dream. My fence is made of rules. I never risk what I can't rebuild. I never lend what I can't lose. And I never invest in something I don't understand, no matter how shiny it looks. Most people lose money not because of bad luck, but because of bad listening. They trust everyone, except discipline. When I first built my small fortune, offers came from every direction. Quick returns, guaranteed profit, all the usual bait. I said no so many times they called me stubborn. Maybe I am, but I'd rather be a stubborn donkey with wealth than a curious fool without it. Protecting your money isn't fear. It's respect. You worked too hard to let greed tear down what patience built. And if you've ever lost money chasing a sure thing, comment never again. Because the final rule, the richest of them all, is coming next. Here it is. The rule that changed my life. I call it the rule of the rich donkey. Earn like a worker, think like a boss, and live like you're still broke. Sounds simple, right? But that's the secret. While everyone else is chasing luxury, I'm chasing leverage. I don't buy things that shine. I buy things that pay. I don't show off success. I multiply it. The world worships speed and status. But true wealth lives in silence. It's built when no one's watching. In the quiet hours where discipline beats desire. That's when you separate the dreamers from the doers. The humans who talk about money from the donkeys who actually make it work. I still walk under the same sun, pulling my cart step by step. The difference is, now every step earns me freedom. Because I learned the real power of money. It's not meant to impress, it's meant to protect. Protect your time, your peace, your choices. So, if you've laughed, learned, or maybe felt a sting or two, then don't just walk away, join the herd, subscribe, comment, I choose discipline. And let's keep building this stable of wisdom together, because in a world full of fast talkers, sometimes it takes a donkey to tell the truth.